Hello and welcome back. The boys still hate me, but we're quite good, you know. Welcome back to Club 2 of the European Journeyman. Matador Puchov have rewarded me with a new contract, so we'll definitely be here at least at the start of next season. Whether that be in this league or the league above, we're sitting 4 points today behind Humenia. I've just looked up how to say that one. And we play them today in a bit of a 6-pointer. We also play Zelina B, who are down in third, just behind us. Since we last left off, we had two very good wins, a 4-1 win against Tatran Liptovsky and a 6-2 win against Spiska Nova Ves. And then we had a disappointing draw against Partizan Borodjov. But it could have been worse. In a game which had 21 shots for each team, we had this happen in the 90th minute. Evans with a 90th minute penalty save right on the 90th minute, to the second almost. And that saved us a point. But let's get on with the first game of the episode against Humenia, top of the table. We've got Evans in goal, Sunovsky, Koskovsky, Mikolajevsky and Simko as a defence. New lad Sipka, who has been quite good since he's come in on loan, behind Pite and Baraji in midfield. Adua and Olejnik on the wings, and Sifnios, who has 4 goals in 4 up front. He's been pretty good since he come in. We are, as always, struggling with a bit of condition. We've got a few players in key positions that are a bit tired, but they're going to have to bear through it and then come off probably on the 60th minute or thereabouts. In fact, I think we're going to bring in Hajovsky for Sipka on that basis, just so we don't have to make that many changes. But Sifnios, Pite and Mikolajevsky, the captain, is struggling a little bit. This is our time to exact revenge on Humenia, who beat us 4-3 in the reverse fixture at their place earlier on in the season. I think it was in the first 5 games of the season. They're in very good form. In the last 5 games, they've won 4. There's confirmation of the table, us two at the top in gold print. We're at home in our red and black kits. Let's get into it. 4 minutes on the clock, and Humenia have a free kick in their own half. They're passing it around at the back. Hope we can press and nick the ball back. Our team's looking pretty tall now. Pite, Sifnios and another boy that I brought in, they're looking pretty big. We're attacking down the right. Olejnik, is he going to get the ball in? He does to Baraji. Baraji gets one in the 4th minute. Fantastic start for the boys. Yeah, as I was saying, the 2 centre-backs are over 6'2". That new boy Sipka is 6'4". Adu is 6'4", Pete is 6'2", and Sifnios is 6'4". So we have a big meaty team, which is nice because big physical boys tend to do well on FM24. It wasn't really something I was trying to do, but it's a nice coincidence. They have a goal kick on the 24th minute. They lump it upfield, and it only goes as far as the Puchov defence. Headed on to Sifnios, but he loses the ball, and now they're trying to advance up the pitch with their right winger, who's trying to take on our left back. Koskovsky is able to clear the ball from the resulting cross up to Pite and then to Adua. Adua advances up the pitch and plays it short to Sifnios, out wide to Olejnik. He takes on his man. He takes him on the outside. He whips it into Sifnios, who gets there, but there's the block, and then the defender who blocked the shot takes down Sifnios for a penalty. Sifnios, the one who was fouled, is going to take the penalty and hopefully put us 2-0 up against the league leaders. He does. 2-0. Come on, Puchov. We are going from strength to strength as the season goes on. Another highlight now on the 30th minute. Baraji picks it up in midfield. He looks up and finds Olejnik on the right. Olejnik takes on his man again on the outside and plays it back to Sipko, who can't get the ball, but it goes as far as Hajovsky, who puts it out to Sunovsky. Sunovsky down the left, whips it into Olejnik, and he makes it 3 on the 30th minute. Come on! This Humenia team aren't looking all that, are they, for being top of the table? We're only 1 point behind them now as it stands, and hopefully with this 3-0 advantage in the first half, we're not going to throw away from here. Surely, Sifnios, oh, he was in on goal and should have done better with that chance, even though it was a tight angle. 3-0 still. From the resulting goal kick, they lump it upfield, and Olejnik picks up the ball on the right. He plays it back to Mikolajevsky, who then plays it back into the midfield and finds Baraji, who gives the ball back to his Polish teammate and plays it inside to Hajovsky, who plays it into Pite. Pite trying to find a threaded through ball, but it's cut out by the Humenian midfielders, who then play it to their right winger, and then he's going to surely cross it. No, he plays it back to their right back, and Pite cuts the ball out. Very good work from the player who lost the ball to win the ball back and track all the way back to the defence. Our left winger, Dua, is in complete space here. He gets the ball and cuts inside, plays it short to Sifnios, who's in the penalty area. And the shot cannons off the defender and is almost deflected in, but it hits the side netting and goes out for a corner. The resulting corner is whipped in by Adua from the left with his right foot. Miklajewski gets his head onto it, but it goes over. Just 3-0 then. But I'll take that, you know, just 3-0. Adua with another corner, whips it in. Can he find Miklajewski? And he finds Kostkowski. Kostkowski gets his head onto it and makes it 4! Get it! Humenya, never mind Humenya. 4-0 before half time. Are they going to get one back before the half to only make it 3? We clear the ball, but they pick it up inside the penalty area and hit the post. The chance hasn't gone yet, though. They play it back into the box, but they hit it over. 4-0 at half time. Didn't see this one coming. We've been dominating pretty much every game, but the results haven't been coming until now. This little winter rebuild we did with those 4 or 5 players coming in seems to have done the trick. We're going from strength to strength, week by week. The team still hates me, but, you know, you can't have everything. As long as we're winning every week, I don't really care. I mean, we've got a contract for next season. We're meeting all the board expectations. We're top of the league. What more do you want? They have a corner on the left, and they're going to have a in-swinger. Kostkowski can deal with that, but it only goes as far as the edge of the box. A long shot comes in, but is blocked. They have it again, another long shot. What a cracking shot that is from the Humenya player. From about 30 yards out, he cracks it into the top left-hand corner of the net, 4-1. The aforementioned players before the game are looking very tired now, so Miklajewski is going to come off for Sedlak. Sedlak's going to go on the left, as he usually does. Pite is going to come off for Malasec, who would normally be starting, but he was a bit tired as well, so he didn't start. Baraji is going to come off for Sipka, and Sipka is going to slot at the base of the midfield, and Hishovsky is going to move up. Adua is looking tired, so new boy Barrientos, and we said we were going to get him at the end of the last episode, the Argentinian winger on loan. He doesn't look amazing for pace, which is probably quite important on this side of the pitch at the left wing, but his dribbling ability is pretty fantastic. So maybe he can just slowly dribble up the field. Sifnios on 1 goal is going to come off for Mommo. And that's going to be all 5 substitutions on the 60th minute. Hopefully we don't lose it from here with half the outfield players being switched at the same time. A free kick just outside the area is whipped in by Malasek, but it goes over. Just 4-1. Another corner. Barrientos with an in-swinger finds Kostkowski, but the looping header is caught by the Humenya goalkeeper. He has the ball in his hands and he's looking upfield, drops it to his feet and kicks it up. Simko is going to find that and play it short to Olejnik. Hajovsky is going to play it back to Simko, who's charging down the right. He puts a ball in over to Mommo. Mommo on the volley. What a goal that is from our little Finnish striker. Great ball in from Simko. 5-1. Full time then, 5-1. Dismantling of the team in the top of the table. Very good work all around. Well done. The manager of Humenya is trying to say they're not going to panic, but we are catching them. Only 1 point behind now. Maybe the title charge is on. It's looking like it was a very similar season to the last season with Abergavenny, where we came good in the end, but we are finding form in time to make a decent title charge against the league leaders. As much as I love Pite, I think this is going to be the one and only season we have with him. His physical abilities are declining quite rapidly, and he's only on a contract at the end of the year anyway, so I don't think we're going to renew. It's like managing Oldham again, if anybody's seen that video. It's pretty dire what happens to players over the age of 32. Game 2 then against Jelena B. We've got Evans in goal still. Kozlowski comes back in because he was unfit for the last game, but he's our starting left back, so he comes back in. Kostkowski and Miklajewski as the Polish centre-back partnership as ever. Simko on the right. Sipka comes into the starting 11. Pite and Malasek, who comes back in as well, who wasn't, again, fit for the last game. Adua, Klups and Sifnios, but I think we're going to drop Klups because of the shenanigans going on off the pitch. So Olejnik, who played well last game, is going to come in to the starting 11. Since the last game, Sedlak's manager was complaining that he wasn't getting enough game time, so he's gone back to his parent club. Hugo Pavic, who was sitting just outside the matchday squad, has come in, and we've called up Jakub Ferenic from the Youth Academy, who's a fairly good player, but not good enough to get into the squad today. If we do what we did last game, we'll do well. It looks like we're playing at the Žilina main stadium. It looks pretty big. They drew midweek 4-4 with whoever they were playing, I can't remember. And we are now 3 points ahead of them in the league, but we are looking upward instead of downwards today. Hmenia, we're level on points with now. They must have lost earlier in the day. So a draw will see us go top. A win will see us go 2 points clear. 29th minute, and Miklajewski picks it up at the back. Plays it to Malasek, who lumps it up to Sifnios, but he can't get his head onto it. Žilina are now building again from the back. Back to their defence and into the midfield. Up to the strikers, and they're playing it back because they can't find a way through. We're pressing well, but leaving gaps on the right. We need to get over and stop this cross from this very slow right winger. He is crowded out, and they play it back to the right back and into the middle. They can't find a gap at the moment, but I'm not liking the fact that they have so much time on the ball. They are passing it around quite freely from flank to flank. They're on the left now, and they're going to whip it in. Evans, can he get his head? Oh, bloody hell, Evans should have come and at least caught that, but he doesn't, and the Žilina striker hits over the bar. A goal kick for Žilina, and they kick it up to the midfield. It's won by Adua. Plays it to Sifnios. The striker, the big Dutch striker, plays it back to Kozlowski. Kozlowski takes it down the left. He plays it back to the defender Koskowski and up to Pite. Pite gives it back to the Polish defender, and he gives it to the other Polish defender. And they're just passing it around between each other, looking for an opening. Kozlowski up to Pite. Pite plays it back again. Patient stuff from the boys, who then lumps it up over the top to Adua. Adua in the penalty area, shoots and scores from a very tight angle. Roberto Carlos-esque, maybe not that good, but still 1-0 to Matador Puchov. That sees us go 2 points clear at the top as it stands. Our goal difference is looking very good from the drubbings that we've had in the last 5 games. We've had 3 big wins. Half time then 1-0. I think we're doing well, but we can definitely find another gear to take charge of this match. Very true. We'll say that as we start the second half. We're looking good value for our narrow lead at the moment, but we're not running away with this one. Žilina trying to level the game. Hit it upfield, but Simko cuts it out at right back. Plays it into the midfield up to Pite. Pite swings it out to the left. Adua takes on his man on the outside. Is he going to cut in and cross? He doesn't, but he gets the ball to Sifnios, who absolutely smashes it into the top of the net. 2-0, great strike. I've just praised the boys, but Alezhnik isn't looking like he's having the best game of his career, so he's going to come off for Klups, who hopefully can redeem himself on the pitch and make up for his antics off the pitch. Žilina have a ball at the back, and they kick it up. Oh, the defenders need to do better with that ball. It just went straight through the channel, but the Žilina striker has a weak shot, and it goes into the hands of our goalkeeper Evans. 75 minutes on the clock then. Let's make a few more substitutions. Jan Sipka is going to come off for Sadshowski. Adua is going to come off for Lucas Baliantos, who's going to turn into a winger instead of an inside forward. I think we're going to take Koskowski and turn him into a fullback, and the same for Sipko, so that the wingers aren't as exposed. We have a free kick just after the halfway line, and it goes over. This is one of the very few games that we haven't absolutely dominated. Žilina actually have more XG in this one, but we're doing quite well to be up 2-0. Kozlowski is dispossessed on the right by their winger, but he gives the ball straight back to us. And then a ball comes in over the top trying to find Sifnios. It can't be found. He can't be found, but is that a penalty? Yes, it is. A very rash decision by the Žilina B defender, and Sifnios has the chance to make it 3. Will he do it? Yes, he will. Was there any doubt? I think that's his 7th goal of the season in 5 games, 6 games. He's been a revelation since he's come in. Much better than the strikers that we had at the club. As Žilina are going to get a consolation goal, they are looking to attack down the left, but Simko cuts it out, plays it short to Miklajewski, who plays it to Hajovski, who almost is dispossessed. A very lackadaisical way to receive the ball. Barrientos on the left plays it into the middle to Malisec, out to Klups on the right. Klups takes on his man and whips it into Sifnios. Can he get his hat-trick? Oh, very close. And that's the way it ends, 3-0. We did have more XG in the end thanks to that penalty, but it was a fairly even game. I think that 3-0 scoreline flatters us a little bit. Moving on up, we go top of the table, baby. 2 points clear of Humenia, who we beat 5-1 in the first game of the episode. 8 games to go for the remainder of the season. I'm going to plan to come back for the last 2 to see if we'll clinch the title, but if we need to come back sooner, we will. But I hope you enjoyed that episode. That's the end. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you want to, leave a like on the video, watch another one if you like, subscribe if you haven't already, and click a video on screen if you'd like to watch another one. I'll be here tomorrow. I hope you will be too. And I'll see you then. Bye bye. Bye bye.